Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol UNXL. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think that's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Don't mean to rub salt in anyone's wounds, but rough day. Not only was it a rough day yesterday, but today just got that much more continuation. And I don't know if there was some bad late day news, but for a while, the price was doing a great job of stabilizing out and potentially forming a bottom. And then, like I said, the final hour of the day happened. The price broke down through there, and volume kicked back up. So I don't know, did some sort of bad news come out or something? But regardless, price is getting beat up quite a bit. But and this will mean more to those of you that have traded for a while, but stocks that get beat up quickly like this one has been getting, they can produce some decent sized bounces. Now, I'm not saying a bounce where tomorrow this thing's going to be up at $1.15. I'm not saying that, but again, if you've traded for a while, you know what I mean. Prices that are getting hammered can create some decent sized bounces. So that's really what I want to focus on if there is some sort of bounce. Obviously, if there's no bounce, that's pretty easy to see, right? The price is either just going to go sideways or it's going to continue to drift downwards. But in the event it does start to bounce, how can you measure the health or lack thereof of a bounce? How can you measure that strength? So let's talk about some areas of resistance. First point of resistance I already talked about in the sense, and this comes from a foundational principle in charting, but that's right here at 49 cents, and the principle says that when levels of support are broken and closed below, they do tend to act as resistance. So yeah, for quite a while, as I already pointed out, 49 cents was doing a great job of acting as support, but then when the price fell below it, this would be the initial area of resistance with any sort of bounce. So if this is going to garner any sort of organic momentum where traders start to take notice and start to pile in, the first step is definitely got to be to get up above the 49 cent level. I mean, if it just bounces up here and then gets rejected right back down, at that point, traders are just going to be like, oh, that's not even worth anything. That was a weak bounce. But if it can break up through there, on good solid volume, then, that could definitely pique the interest of other traders out there. And the more traders that pile in, things can get pretty exciting from a trading perspective. Next level of resistance after that is going to be that purple line there, the 50-period simple moving average. Now, I realize that line is way up there, but keyword there being moving. So as time goes by tomorrow, this line is going to continue to move its way downwards and get more and more relevant. So, yeah, that's a level of resistance, but before you even start talking about doing battle with the 50-period, the bulls first have to show enough strength to get up above that 49 cent mark. So things are beat up. Things are looking pretty rough, but, this can create kind of an atmosphere for a potential bounce, so we'll see what happens with it. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.